Hey, beautiful people. I'm Mila.
Hey y'all, I'm Monika.
And thanks for joining us.
Welcome, welcome everyone. It is good to be with you again. Monica, how you doing, my favorite sister friend?
Hey y'all, I am aligned and balanced.
Okay, well that means it's time for us to get the show on the road then. Start the conversation. I know that tonight, today, this afternoon, whenever you join us for the podcast, we are going to be discussing all things interesting because it has been such a long time since we have really just had we call it a free for all, but I call it a real conversation. It's sometimes when you're just flowing with your girlfriends, with your people, it's whatever comes to mind. It's whatever people are talking about in the
Right.
community. So this is definitely a community focused episode. But before we get into the community and what's happening in these streets, Monica, how was your week?
It's been wet. It's been raining a lot. It's flooding. But I'm not gonna complain. There's new blessings, new opportunities, like T.I.'s son, we just standing on business and, making it do what it do.
Hmm. Okay. I definitely like that. Uh, that's good. So any lessons for the week? Any takeaways you have?
Child, who, just continue to do your deep breathing, your 3 breaths when stuff comes across your desk.
3 breaths. I mean, honey, fill them in. Maybe they don't know about this 3 breaths game. Let teach us a lesson, Monica. What's up with the 3 breaths?
You just want to inhale for about 4 or 5 seconds, make your stomach big, hold
Hmm.
it for another 4 or 5 seconds, then release it with your mouth open for 4 or 5 seconds. Do 3 deep breaths, get you back centered and calm.
Hmm.
Or like my friend, like my one of my girlfriends said down in Texas, don't let people's low vibrational energy get you off. Don't give them no more energy. Let them work through their own stuff.
Hmm. Now, I like that message, honey. Don't let anyone else's low vibrations take you on to their level, basically. Okay, I can really mess with that. I like that.
Or take you off course.
Yeah, take you to
Hmm.
their level. That's off course for me. I don't need to be on everybody's bottom rung. If that's where your vibrating is on low, because I'm on these other vibrations. Okay, I
Yeah,
definitely like that.
I don't need it to drain my energy. I only got so much for me. So
Hmm. Hmm. This week I had to remind myself. I keep hearing this expression in my mind: "Be still and know that I am God." It's just the timing. It's timing.
Ooh.
Timing is everything. And that has been the lesson and the reminder, not just in my own personal life, but kind of through the people around me as well. I'm having to hear people and learn lessons and see things. And, you know, yeah, my week was really interesting. Normally, I don't have a lot to say about my week, I just kind of
Mm.
have my takeaway. But
Well, you know what? Those delays might be your deliverance.
they might be. And I got a chance to hang with some family the last few days. And we were at an event to kick off the holidays. And it was so funny because we were just kind of in a low key kind of hidey spot, in the hood, the neighborhood. And they had a water Christmas ship type thing. I mean, the city was out. They were handing out cocoa and apple cider, and we were rocking around the Christmas tree. And my cousin and
They're,
I,
they're handing out cocoa. What type of cocoa?
oh, they had different varieties, girl. This is the city of Seattle. You could get it with water or you could get it with cream, whatever. It was such a pleasant. They had a bonfire going. I was like, whose Seattle is this?
Who
And I'm
who
telling,
who who paid for it?
and I was and I was telling one of my girlfriends about it, and she was like, "Girl, she said, you know how many years I was looking for those kind of activities?" She's like, "Who are they sharing those things with?" So. That's
Yeah.
another takeaway is knowledge is power. That is really why we are here. We giggle, we laugh, but we do remind you to look out for each other and to
Right.
kind of share the information. Then I'm talking to some more young women this week, and we're just talking about health, right? Because that's one of the things that we do here on the podcast is talk about health and wellness. And they were discussing some things about their bodies or questions or just concerns. And I was like, oh no, this is that. No, this is, this is that. We've talked about this on the show. No, I
Right.
know about this. There's nothing wrong with you, but you should go to your doctor. You can ask this question. And I realized, like I said, everything in God's own time. But also, it's really great as we wrap up the year. And thank you, listeners. And we're about to get into the fun part. But thank you sincerely for being with us on the journey as we continue to grow and do better. But really, my takeaway is that we are still needed, Monica. Like people still are hesitant about really discussing these things,
Mm.
but they need to be talked about. They were
Right.
talking about sometimes, it was really good. So I'm really looking forward to 2024 and some of the shows that we already have in the works. I mean, I think
Exactly.
they're going to bless people, they're going to be informative, and we're always about the hot mess stuff. So it's going to be funny too. So be prepared to giggle and laugh while you learn a lot from us. So that part is that. Um, um, I'm ready now. I think we're ready. We're ready for the good stuff. But anything you want to say before we start the crazy, or do you want to get the party started, Monica?
Mm, no.
Okay, well, it
I
is
feel like
holiday.
I feel like I just feel like that's how my body. I think my body already feels like it's like the end of the year. Technically, it's not the well, it's whatever. I'm not even gonna go into that with y'all. But anyways, the end of December, I just feel like my body's just like, girl, we about to shut it down because
Well, I mean, technically, like you said, it is almost the end of the year. So it's not, for me, I say my body goes into hibernation. Like I'm a hibernation kind of person. All of a sudden, hairs sprout out from places, and I'm like, wait, what? Wait, what? Why are you?
but that's
And
not what I was talking about. I'm talking about
shut it down.
technically the New Year's like technically spring, but I'm not even gonna go down that route
Oh,
yet.
that rabbit hole. Oh, you're
Hmm.
not dragging us down the holiday rabbit hole
No.
on the year, the structure. Okay, oh,
Hmm.
good. Well, then
Hmm.
that, honey, look at that growth. No, okay. Well, Monica, you know that I love entertainment. And so I definitely want to tell people we got some shows to talk about because you're going to be in the house with their family this holiday season. And you might not have been keeping up with new shows, or you might have
Um,
heard about shows and you want some opinions. So we got opinions to give you. But before we get it done,
you might be in the house.
or you could be out here in these streets or on vacation.
Right.
I know a lot of people
Exactly.
this year that are getting ghosted in the wind.
We're
So
getting
I'm
the hell
excited for
out of
them.
here. Okay.
Mhm. Get into I am really excited about, hearing about everybody's trips, seeing the pictures that they're going to post online. But yes, there is a lot to be happening. But in case you are in the house, in case you do have some downtime to kick up your feet and you don't want to fill your spirit with a bunch of trash, or maybe you do want to fill your spirit with a bunch of trash, we're going to have some holiday movies and TV show reviews in just a second. But it's been a while since we've gone to Reddit. I am a big fan of Am I the Asshole or Am I the A Hole? And why would this season be any different? I mean, it is holiday season, it is potluck, holiday parties, cookie exchanges. It's just a lot that goes on during this time of the year. So, one of the Reddit questions for Am I the A hole that really stuck out to me because every year we go over this. And I still think, even more this year, because feel like people are every year more outrageous with their pet babies. But this is the question, okay? And, bear with me, Monica, because I like to pull it up because you like to ask a lot of questions. So I like to be able to read it to you verbatim, because then you'll be like, well, what about this or what about that? And I'm like, girl, don't ask me 15 things. But this is the question. Am I the a-hole for refusing to eat my friend's cooking because she kept touching her dog's mouth and feeding her dog while cooking? So I was over at my friend's place and she offered to cook us a meal. As she started preparing the food, I noticed she kept touching her dog's mouth and
Just
even
nasty.
fed her dog while handling the ingredients.
Trifling.
It made me uncomfortable, and I politely declined to eat the meal she prepared. She got
Despicable.
upset. She got upset, claiming I was being too picky and that her dog was clean. I tried to explain my concern about hygiene, but she didn't understand. Now she's mad at me, and I'm wondering if I overreacted. Am I the a-hole?
Nope. That's how you felt. That's how she felt. I don't want to really like no, that's how there's diseases already out here because there's diseases from animals to humans. We don't need to get into all that, do we?
No,
I don't
we do
want
not.
your I don't know. She her friend probably thinking, well, I keep my dog, my animals clean and it's clean. No, no, girl. They don't have dogs in restaurants when they preparing your food. Why you think I want to eat your food with your dog? And no.
Mhm. Girl, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I guess the real thing is, I guess that's why you need to pray over your food. In a situation like that, Monica, would you just pray over the meal and take a chance, though?
Hell no. I don't care about your feelings.
Mm. Oh, girl, honey.
Not when it comes to my health. No.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Have some standards. But do you think it's wrong that people like to play like they don't understand why they want you to have boundaries with their pets? Like, I don't I don't want to be bothered with your pet. I don't care. It's still an animal to me. It might be who you let cuddle up in the bed with you. It might be
Right.
who you snuggled and let lick on your face. But that ain't my energy. Even when I'm around a dog that I like, that is not the energy that I have with
Look,
my pet.
you already told you. I already told you. I had to tell one of my family members, I love you, but honey, I'm gonna have to get a hotel. I'm not staying at your house because I know you love your dog. Your dog's cute and everything, but no. Mm-mm. She a fur mama now, and I need. Mm-mm. I don't need nobody licking my toes to wake me up in the morning. I don't need somebody in my licking my face. Like no, I want the bathroom to myself. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm,
I
girl.
want. I don't want my clothes getting chewed on. Shoes. No, no bueno.
Mm-mm. Well, see, you already established those proper boundaries, and I'm not mad at it. I have a cousin, and I love it because their dog is not allowed to even know what a kitchen is. Just walk, just walk by. That's just a hole in the apartment, but you
Walk
don't need to
on
even stop.
by.
Don't you even look and know that's not for you, okay? I don't ever want to see you in here. I don't ever want you to think that it's acceptable. No, mm-mm,
Because
mm-mm.
I know, like culturally, certain cultures, like when they offer you food and if you don't accept it, that can be rude. But
Mm-hmm.
if you gotta, sorry, you just gonna have to get upset with me. It is what it is.
Well, see, to me, the post implies that they're a better level of friends, right? Because if we're at your house hanging out and you're like, let me just whip up something for you, then we're probably talking. I'm probably at your counter or at your bar while you're
Mm-hmm.
cooking. I'm probably talking. And you know how I am, girl. I will say, what the hell is going on with your dog, girl? No, I don't want that. I mean, I don't know. I would already be telling you, like, nah, I'm good. Oh, no, I'm not going to eat that. I'm allergic.
Exactly.
So you wouldn't have to have your little funky feelings hurt. I'd be like, you know what? I'm not feeling good. Do you have any ginger ale in there? I'm going to be easy. I'm going to be good. I don't need anything. Or
Feelings,
I would,
feelings are temporary. She'll get over it.
but I sure would be like, girl, what are you doing? I said, did you just feed your dog? You better know. That's for your dog then. That's not for me. Are you making your dog's food? Because because there's dogs that eat human food and have special diets, but that's not for me. That must be for your dog. Certainly, if your dog is enjoying it, that should be for your dog. That's a good way to say it.
I can't do it. You just gonna have to
No,
be. You gonna have to be mad at me.
You ready for all the smoke, Monica? You ready for all the smoke always? Okay. Um, anything that has caught your, because we were on X, on Black X, and ooh, girl, the world is a hot mess, crazy place. Any stories from the community that stand out to you, Monica?
I mean, what's not going on? I mean, there's so many avenues we can go down, but on this uh on this street though, down on this country road down here,
Hmm,
Eric Brown Jr. He's a 27-year-old Jackson, Mississippi man. He was
hmm,
arrested over the weekend for hacking into the Hinds County Human Services Department and approving all applications for food stamps. But he didn't stop there. After approving the applications, he then had the cards mailed out to the new applicants, all totaling $2,500 each. He ain't
hmm,
finished. He's not finished.
hmm,
Current card holders were also awarded $2,500 credits.
hmm,
His bond was set at 100,000, and he has since bonded out. Obviously, the brother got money. Um,
hmm.
and the state of Mississippi, the city or county, they might need to hire him because obviously their security is trash.
It's lacking. I like the way you said he got money. He might have money, but whose money is it and where did he get it from? And Mississippi already last year, earlier this year, we were talking about how scandalous they were with their distribution of monies for EBT cards and for their underserved markets. They had that big, I believe he was a former quarterback, Brett Favre, but I don't want to, don't quote me on that right
Oh
now because I'm
no, no,
obviously not going to look it up.
you're right about that. And then they misappropriated
Funds.
their
Like,
money with the water systems too. That's why their water is still nasty down there too. But
yeah, so they already have a hard time giving people what they want. So this man just came through like Robin Hood for the holidays. Merry whatever you celebrate, because that is very thoughtful. This time of the year, 2,500 to have 2,500. Do you know people are going to be helping other people in their communities that are less fortunate, the elderly?
mm-hmm.
Like the holidays, you do cook, you do prepare more things. It's cold,
Right.
more casseroles, more things like that. So I'm excited for the people. I
I
mean,
mean, it's a
like I
white
said,
collar
Mississippi is
crime.
a hard mess.
It's a white collar crime. He be all right.
Yeah. Do you know his ethnic background? I'm just curious.
Girl, his name is Eric Brown Jr.
Go ahead, brother. Oh my goodness. So, all right. Well,
He kind of cute too.
oh, okay. But honey, Robin Hood is fine. That is a brother, and he's giving back to the people.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. He about to get my player of the week card. Okay, that's very nice. That's very nice.
Look, I think his
That's
Instagram is.
respectable.
Oh wow, they put his Instagram on the news. His Instagram is Santana underscore Dinero underscore. Makes sense.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, hey, he's a good person to know. And he definitely should be gainfully employed after this because he has a couple of tricks up his sleeve to show you. There's nothing like a hacker to show you or someone to show you a breach in your data. And sometimes government organizations are the worst for it. And then
Girl,
they always are looking around like, we don't know how, why it's illegal, please, because it's easy.
right. They need to spend
I
money
said
on security and stop giving people all these raises.
raises
I'm
for
talking
no
about
reason.
the management, not the people that actually, work at the counter. I'm talking about management, but
Upper management,
hmm
you said the C suites,
yeah,
the executives. Okay. Okay.
exactly.
Well, I can handle that. I mean, like, that's true. I mean, what would you do if but see, that's the thing. The government is kind of sneaky. I wonder how they're going to punish those people. I'm sure they're going to take it back, say that they didn't have it, make those people pay it back. And that's the only downside to this really positive story. Because I was going to ask you, if your bank messed up and gave you extra $2,500 just to give it to you because it's the holidays, what would you do?
If they messed up and gave it to me,
Or
like
like there was a glitch, an error in the system, or like he did, a hacker jumped in and was like, anyone's balance that's under $10,000, I'm putting an extra 2,500 in their account. What would you do?
like one of my sisters told me, it's a blessing.
That money would be withdrawn so fast. You can come back and get it if you want to, but it's gonna be nothing for you to get.
I mean, that's why they got insurance, right? They're FDIC insured, right? They can write it off. They'll be all right.
But that's the thing. They can, but banks never do. They try to
Yeah.
really, penalize the customer, even if it's a bank error. And
Mm.
that's girl.
That's okay. It'll be a
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
minute before they get their money back because I'll be at another bank, honey. You should have more than one bank account at a different
True.
bank.
Hmm.
Just
You really
FYI.
should. I'm with it because that goes back to that whole get out of hell policy my mom had. Sometimes everybody don't know about every account that you have open. Everyone does not need to know
Nope.
about every account you have open. Some accounts are just that. They're open, but let you even forget about them. Let them just be collecting money so that when
Exactly.
you need it, you got it. So
Okay.
we always giving some kind of gem out here. So Monica, I know you plan to be in these streets this holiday season,
I
but
really
when you have a moment, hmm?
I said I really don't. I plan to be I plan to be out the way.
Oh, okay. So, so when you are out, but in case there's moments where you're inside and you're decompressing and you're maybe catching up on something. I mean, there's a lot of shows that we've been discussing in our like personal conversations and our sidebars. We definitely are watching some more scripted dramas which make our spirits happy, like Black Cake or
Yay.
Lawman Bass Reeves, and there are some holiday movies because 'tis the season. So, Monica, let's start off with one of your favorite TV series this holiday season. What are you loving?
Black Cake. I hope it comes back for a season 2 because child, their mama had us in a tizzy.
Yeah, we'll try not to give too many spoilers, but I will say that this series is on Hulu and FX, and it
or
is
or
inspired by a book.
or other streaming services.
But it is a Hulu produced, FX produced show. Like you can get it wherever, but it is a Hulu show,
Uh-huh.
and it is an FX show.
Okay, Hulu that has
Hmm.
not sponsored this, but yes, proceed.
Yeah, and it is inspired, of course, by a book of the same name, and it is full of secrets. Kind of the synopsis without giving too much away. Like Monica said, there was a mother who her kind of dying wish or request for her family were to listen to these series of recordings from her that explain a little bit more about her life and their history. So it is very exciting, you know?
Would you what if your parents did that? Left you a series of recordings and you found out too close?
No,
Okay.
no, no. Oh no, no, I'm fine. And girl, don't edit that either because people,
Okay. Yeah.
they know what time it is around here. No, 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 that isn't it. I just took a breath because I was really thinking
Uh-huh.
because no, I'm thinking about my own real relationship with mom, who, very similar to the woman in the movie or the television show
Right.
has passed. Girl, I'd be hotter than fish grease. Okay, that's what I do know. I would be so upset. Like there's a beauty in finding recordings of your loved one. And I encourage everyone this holiday season, somebody whip out a camera,
Mhm.
someone whip out your phone and take a picture, take a recording with, all Mimas, all Pop Pops, all aunties and uncles that you haven't seen in a while or that you're seeing.
But there's a
Because sometimes,
there's a difference
hmm,
though between those type of recordings and the recordings that she
hmm.
was leaving was she was
Oh
leaving
yeah, oh most definitely.
instructions and information that would surprise anybody.
Yeah, that's why I said no. I heard someone who was reviewing the show say that the mom was kind of a manipulator. And yeah, that it is a book and it is fiction. It is a
Right.
series. But in real life, I think this would be horrible and hateful because you can't ask any questions. And she's
No,
still only telling you what you want to know. I mean, what she wants to tell you. So you don't
exactly.
have the whole story. You can't ask a question. If I can't have a dialogue or a conversation with you about it, you're not doing anything but torturing me once you're gone. And you're making this dramatic situation and all of these secrets that are unnecessary. So no, I wouldn't be a fan of finding a recording of, of my mom at this point, because I also, there's one character in there that feels like they know their mother
Mm-hmm.
better. And I think
Right.
they're even surprised. And for me, in the mourning process, because this is in the series, it's fresh, like they're freshly mourning their mother. Their
Yes.
mother
Mm-hmm.
recently passed. Do you
Right.
understand, for the child that thinks they know their parent, that one is stinging them, because
Mm-hmm.
you're around you've watched them be sick around you. You've
Right.
helped them, and for them to be sitting on these secrets and to not share that with you,
It's like a gut. It's gut
hurtful.
wrenching.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's too
yeah.
much.
Yeah, I mean, how would that make you feel if you discovered that?
Let's just say it is worth a watch.
Hmm.
And each hour for each episode will have you be like your mouth will just drop to the floor.
It's definitely good writing and entertainment, which is
Right.
really nice. That part I really have been enjoying. Good acting. Costumes. Different continents come into play. Are we on the
Right.
island? Are we in the UK? Are we in Scotland? Like, it is really interesting that way, and it's nice to see well written, well acted dramas
Yeah, I was
on the
about to say
television.
yes, good acting, yes, and actors who really act.
Okay.
Not the reality show.
Oh, girl. I mean, even though we all know the reality shows are definitely fictional and
Oh yeah,
they're
they're
full of
they're
acting.
they're scripted, but they are not formally
Hmm.
trained actors though.
Yeah, true. And that makes a difference, because the gentleman that stars in this one, and okay, here, I was gonna say I gotta try to look up his name, because that brother deserves for me to know his name. Um, he was in the Amazon series Them, and he was amazing in them to me. He made me laugh. His name is Bashy. I guess that's really his name. Oh no, his name is that's the uh, Ashley Thomas,
Oh,
also
okay.
known by his stage name Bashy. He is so amazing, and I loved him in them as well, which is kind of a horror. It's kind of a scary one. It is on Prime.
Is it
So
like
if you
that
have,
other? Is it like that other series you had me watch? The other
which other series was that?
with the young girl and she was like murdering. It was too
Oh, you
much.
mean Swarm? Oh, that's Donald Glover, girl. That was a whole different vibe. No, Them is more in the spirit of like
Poltergeist.
it. Yeah, yeah, actually, yeah, kind of like a Black Poltergeist series. And then it's inspired by kind of the history of how things go down, because
Okay.
because remember they moved to Compton when Compton was white.
Yeah, I didn't. I never.
So
I never watched it. So.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So in the series, the family moves to Compton from the South, in the 40s and the 50s, kind of during the great like that migration towards the West Coast, from the South, and yeah, people weren't as welcoming, and there were a lot of shenanigans and a lot of things that happened to this family as they adjusted to living in this new community.
Mm,
And this man, this Bashy guy, he played the role so brilliantly. And so when I noticed that he was one of the actors in Black Cake, I got excited. But okay, but so Black Cake, we would suggest seeing it, right, Monica?
yes.
You'd say go ahead and watch it.
Yes, it is worth a watch. Definitely.
Okay. Okay. A show that I have been enjoying this season, and I'm happy to see it back, because I actually feel like this season it's hitting different in a way that I even relate to or can appreciate more, and that is the Netflix series High on the Hog, which is about the African American or Black, I like to say Black American journey of food. Kind of the
Mm-hmm.
transition from Africa to America, and now how Blacks in this country have influenced the food scene, and it's just so magical without feeling. Um, it doesn't feel heavy. It feels inspired, and you
No,
do still feel proud,
it's
and
a
it's
history.
interesting
It's a history lesson, especially for a
through
lot of
food.
people who are not aware, like other cultures, even other cultures from like the continent. They're not
Hmm.
they're not aware of the tribulations that Black Americans went through. Like they only get like the history lessons that are in the standardized textbooks, which is just
Mm,
it's not even
yeah, or sometimes, people think they understand as far as America had slaves, we, 1860, the Civil War ended. They think they understand, but they don't understand kind of our apartheid situation
right.
with Jim Crow. They don't really they don't really understand that
Mm-mm.
really a lot of rights and a lot of liberties that we enjoy are newer rights.
Right.
They're within our parents' generation. Some of us have parents that when they were children, schools weren't
Integrated.
integrated all over the country. I
Right.
mean, fortunately,
I
so
mean,
it is a whole different thing, and it was beautiful to kind of hear that comment on it. But the food was good too. Like that food this season really resonated with me, so
I
I
bet it
I, I
did.
enjoyed it. Yeah, I mean, I know I got you to watch a couple episodes even, so I'm excited, and I do recommend High on the Hog, especially if you're trying to get inspired for maybe what to make this holiday, or to remind yourself to get your black eyed peas, to get your greens now, to
Cornbread.
get your cornbread, yep, ready, because before you know it, it will be the first of the year, and there is nothing like honoring the culture, the ancestors, their traditions by making something inspired by our history
Yeah.
for the beginning of the year. I mean, I totally am. I'm a black eyed pea. I make it. I definitely have a green vegetable, whether it be a mustard green, a collard green, or cabbage. And you have that cornbread. But I want all that luck, all that fortune, all that prosperity, all those good things. And I want to remember and remind myself and celebrate my family, my culture, and my history at the beginning of the year. So I get really excited about that.
And
So
it might
High on the
inspire,
Hog is
yeah.
my recommendation.
Yeah, and it may inspire you to take some trips down to these places, that they're
Yep.
showcasing all over
Yeah.
down south and
United
on
States.
the East Coast.
Yeah.
So,
hmm Very much so. So I'm a big fan of that. And then I know that you had mentioned Harlem. Was there any new breaking Harlem news, or just kind of wanting people to watch it, Monica?
I mean, I loved it. But no, they're coming back with season 3. So,
Ooh,
next year.
hallelujah.
Yes. So,
Yeah,
there was some cliffhangers in that, so we'll see what's going to happen.
oh yeah, I'm very excited for Harlem. I'm very excited for P Valley. I'm very excited for just there's so much interesting entertainment. Kingdom Business is back. I don't know if you've ever watched that series. It
Mm-mm.
is a BET Plus series that features Yolanda Adams, Michael J. White. Okay, good. Well, that's all right. It actually, you know what? If you've never watched it or heard about it, it is, a gospel inspired television drama without being preachy. There's some scandalousness definitely there, but it's kind of centered on the black gospel recording industry.
Mm.
They have the Yolanda Adams character, which truly, girl, when the series first came out, because it's on season 2 now, and they're almost done with it, but they still have a couple of episodes left that you'll be able to catch throughout December. But I said, Yolanda Adams, I know her from gospel. I said, she's not going to step out into this kind of role, but her character is her character. And it is not Yolanda Adams. It's not her ministry. It's not her work, but it is a really interesting woman that has secrets in the past and kind of the desire to seem perfect, because the gospel and the Christian market and the Black Christian market can be very judgy, very critical. Everyone wants to keep the scandals and the secrets under in the closet, and
I
I've thoroughly
mean,
enjoyed it.
it is humans doing business.
Technically, and even Kirk Franklin is a producer and also makes some cameos on the show, so it is very, very, very good. But it is not the kind of show that I would say you're going to be watching it with your nephew. It's not for
Oh no,
children under a certain age. No, no.
I don't
I
think
mean, it's adult
none
concepts.
of these shows that we brought up are no. Mm-mm.
Right up there. For the kids, this is not for the children yet.
No.
We'll let you know which ones are. But I really have enjoyed Kingdom Business, and it is definitely well written. It's nice that it has a musical vibe like an Empire, where you will hear one or two original songs throughout the show, but it's not like a musical. So it's not like they have to sing hello and sing goodbye. No, but you might catch them in a scene in the studio, and they're working on the lyrics and working through their feelings or whatever. And yeah, I mean, beautiful singing, very interesting. I mean, and they've had great gospel artist cameos. Like Erica Campbell was in the last episode I watched. They've had Tasha Cobbs Leonard, I'm sorry, in there. They've been they've had Doe. They've had so many top Christian artists in this series. It is pretty amazing. So that's just something that I wanted to shout out was the Kingdom Business. Now, what about you, Monica? Any other show that you've been kind of binge watching or that you love for this time of the year?
Um, I wasn't really binge watch anything on Thanksgiving. Ended up
Mm.
watching the Nutty Professor, and it reminded me of this weight loss drug that the people are taking now. And it hasn't been out on the market, and y'all don't know the side effects. It might do you like a Nutty Professor, so y'all better be careful.
Girl, you're talking about that Ozempic, aren't you?
Yep.
Girl, honey, I was looking at that color purple red carpet, or purple carpet, I should say. And there are a couple people who are looking super snatched, snatch fast, snatch quick, snatched by Ozempic, the rumor is. And yeah, considering that it's a diabetic medicine and now everybody is just using it to control their glucose and to drop the weight, it also lets you know that your blood sugar really does impact your weight and how much you store on you.
Mhm.
So it's always right to kind of balance that glucose number out. But anyway, the people loved the little injection of the Ozempic, and you could tell it was in full effect
It's
for the
not
color
it's
purple.
not the right way. You might want to go ahead and get a dietitian and a trainer, and like my trainer told uh these summer bodies are made in the winter. I mean, you gonna have to put in work. It's gonna take more than a month to get where you want to get to.
Well, not with Ozempic. It might just take you a week or two. But my question is, so
Oh no, but
Monica,
but Oprah was snatched. But I mean, you're not working out and pushing weights. Like your arms are still thick.
yeah, they're still soft. But she also said, girl, I'm 70 years plus. Okay, girl, my arms are gonna be
I'm
soft. Deal with it.
sorry. She can
But
she can she can push some 5 pound dumbbells. I don't care.
did you say she you putting Auntie to work, girl? You
Yes,
put Auntie to work. You said
especially
go.
especially at that age, you need to have some type of muscle in your body.
Yeah, it's true. I mean that that part right there. But so if someone was like, "Hey, I got this. I know you wanted to lose like 20 pounds in the next 2 weeks for your big whatever, whatever," are you swatting down the Ozempic pen, or are you saying just inject it in my side and make it quick?
Nope, I don't want it. I know my body, so I know how to lose weight. I might not lose
Mm-hmm.
20 pounds in 2 weeks, but you can definitely look the appearance of it if you're, obviously using weights in your regimen. But no, I'm not doing that. I did a detox last year this time in December. I was
Mm-hmm.
reminiscing about it because I was like, ooh, I wasn't eating none of y'all food. Like I was
Mm-mm.
on a raw
Mm-mm.
diet and I dropped like 10
Mm-hmm.
to 12 pounds.
And you were disciplined
And
and you
I
stuck
was
with it. I was so proud of you. Yeah.
and I wasn't even exercising. So if I was exercising, I probably would have lost 20 pounds.
Mm. Girl, put that extra spice on there. You said I wasn't even really doing anything besides monitoring what I was consuming. All right, girl. Well, I personally, I like the idea of Ozempic for the people that it's supposed to help.
Mhm.
But I know that if you're not diabetic and you're taking diabetic medicine, depending on what you want to do now, Oprah, is probably out of her childbearing age, even though you never know, because sister in Africa just had twins at 70. But for the most part, Oprah is probably not having kids at this point.
Right.
So she can Ozempic inject her. But if you're thinking about having children, there's something about some of that diabetic medicine that can sometimes allegedly, or they're still investigating, cause some kind of birth. They say you should watch out because it could cause birth complications for your children. So I
Ah,
wouldn't
it's just
recommend
like,
Ozempic.
mm-mm.
Yeah,
It's
I wouldn't
just,
recommend if you're not still wanting to have kids, I'll say.
yeah, if you gonna take it in your 30s, 40s, and 50s, I don't know what's gonna happen to you in your 70s and 80s and 90s. Same thing with these cosmetic surgeries and these BBLs. But do you, sis? Do you?
You said oh, girl, you said you're not a fan of getting an unnecessary BBL.
No, because my trainer, once again, I know I know how to get my butt big. My trainer, there's certain exercises that do it. You just have to put in the work. Some people just impatient.
Monica is not having any empathy for people who might be from the flatter behind side of life. Now, I am someone who am from it's not quite flat, but it is not quite a BBL either. And I feel the people who think they need a BBL and the ones that get it. But Monica also, she been kind of blessed, so she
Yeah, but
real extra right now.
have you did 6 months of like pure like exercises for your gluteus maximus for like squats? It does make a difference. I'm just saying. It's just too many. There's too many things that can go wrong in surgery.
Amen. They're real surgery. I mean, there's so many people that we've lost that are no longer in the land of the living playing around with these surgeries. So no,
Unnecessary.
I'm not a fan of it. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not a fan of it. But I
But
do
you know
see why
what? That's
people
what I'm
would want
saying.
it.
It's
But
one thing
you
when
know,
you're doing it for um life-saving purposes, or say you get in a car accident or something like that.
hmm
But just to some people get I
wait,
swear some people get surgeries every year.
wait, Monica, I want to know. You get into a car accident and the life-saving procedure is a BBL.
No, I'm just
Make
saying.
that make sense, huh?
Well,
I
I'm
love
talking
it.
about I'm talking about cosmetic surgery because I was talking about both of them.
Sure, sure,
So you know what I'm
true.
saying? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I understand.
So
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just
not
saying.
serious. You
I'm
said,
just
yeah.
saying. If they go for cosmetic surgery at that time, they might go ahead and just add on the BBL.
Hmm. I mean, since it's the holiday season, you could make a wish and it come true for your cosmetic surgery. Like if you had a cosmetic surgery genie pop up and was like, Monica, what you want done? Are you being like, go back to hell, demon? Or you're like, oh, well, just, touch my nose up or touch this up. Is there anything that you think you would get fixed through cosmetic surgical procedures?
No, no, I don't want surgery.
I love blessings on bless. You said God already made that's the Leo in her.
No,
God already made her
I
divine.
know. No. Unless it's for a life saving procedure, no. I will decline surgery. No, already been there, done that for other things. They have you sign the form talking about it ain't their fault if you don't wake up, right? When I saw that form years ago, I was like, well, I said, you know what? If I don't wake up, I'm not gonna know anyways. Shit.
Girl, well, that's real. That's facts. That's facts. Okay, for me, if the magic genie came by and was like, boom, you could get cosmetic surgery, there's a difference between grown auntie me now and like me like 5, 10 years ago because I would have definitely considered. I mean, I still, maybe a little lift. I don't need no extra boobs, but I always was interested in possible like a breast lift, not cutting down any of my boobs because I don't need a reduction. They're not that big for my body or my stature, but they are full. And
Mm-hmm.
so, a full breast becomes a heavy breast. So I was like, oh, I would possibly get them lifted because I didn't need to get anything added to them. I didn't need to mess. I just needed to pull up a little skin, sew it, so I was always open, for maybe a breast lift,
Mm-hmm.
but because that could be your back, that could be health, So that may be there, but no, there wasn't tons of work, you know. Sometimes I was like, oh, maybe I get my nose shaved down like Nene. Not, it'll still look ethnic, but it just won't look so ethnic. But then I was like, you know what?
You
Nah,
could con you
fearfully and
could
wonderfully
you
made.
can contour your nose.
Girl, I'm not a magician. Some of these makeup artists, girl, you trying to get your little fourth level wizardry skills up, but I'm not a magician, so that's not my testimony to be
Mm-hmm.
contouring my nose like it doesn't exist.
Right.
But one trip to the doctor, boom, boom, we could kind of staple that down a little bit, boom, 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 boom. But no,
Yeah, as long as they don't hit the wrong nasal passage. Otherwise, you might sound different too.
girl, I already have child from day to day. I sound different. So okay. So yeah, okay. Well then, honey, that's enough, I guess, with the plastic surgery sidebar. But so wrapping up, there was one more show that we talked about. We don't have to spend a lot of time on it, but it was the Lawman Bass Reeves show, another Paramount Plus television show by producer extraordinaire of the modern Western, Taylor Sheridan. Have you been enjoying the Bass Reeves show, Monica?
Yeah, I did enjoy that. Thank you for giving me the recommendation. Information, history that I was not aware of, sadly to say.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, he was a real character. I mean, a real man. He really was legendary for how many people he captured.
Right. Like
You
that
know.
that should be in the history books.
Oh yeah. I mean,
At high school level. I'm pretty sure at some college levels, depending on what class you take, that might already be there, but
right. Definitely. I mean, he was the inspiration for the Lone Ranger,
mm-hmm.
the television series. I mean, of course, it was whitewashed, but nonetheless, it was based off of this man, communicating and being a marshal in the what they call Indian territory of that time.
Right.
So, very, 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 very good. Taylor Sheridan, in my opinion, Taylor Sheridan does not have a lot of misses
Mm-hmm.
with the shows that he's been creating, especially this kind of Western inspired ones. I enjoyed 1883. I enjoyed 1923 with Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren. Fabulous. I can't wait for part two to come out. And, I am a big fan of Yellowstone, but that's because my mom got me, honey, there's something about Kevin Costner, honey. When he's on the screen, she would say, wait, wait, let's see
Yeah.
what he's going to be about.
That was
So,
definitely, and you have to watch it starting at season one. I would suggest you watch it from season one so you can understand everything that's going on.
yes, very much so. Very, very much so. So, yes. So the Lawman Bass Reeves is still airing. So it is, not finished with the season yet. But most of these cable shows are, sorry, streaming shows that we have mentioned have 8 or fewer episodes. So it's not like, you have to watch hours and hours. It's not like a normal like cable television series where it might be 24 or
Girl,
12
hold
episodes.
up. On
Yeah.
Netflix a few years back, Cecilia Cruz. It's not
Oh,
even on there
girl.
no more. That
No, I
telenovela.
got you hooked up. Got you hooked on that one, girl. That was fun. That was fun.
But hold up, I watched it twice.
So you took it. I mean, that's what happens. You tell people, and then they take it to another level because it wasn't even in English, and there was like
No.
64 episodes. Okay,
Yes. I was
and
and I
we
would try to go back on there and look for it. It's not there. Oh, well, I probably could find it on somewhere else, but yeah. Hmm.
yeah, you would think that my Spanish would be better after watching that, but nonetheless, that was the series. I mean, that was excellent. That was an excellent
Right.
Celia. That's what they called it. Celia. It was. I mean, her little best friend drama, her men drama, her
Right.
being a black Afro Latina. I mean, like it was whew, juicy. Then you had communism and
Everything.
freedom being,
Hmm.
oh, it was honey, kissing, missing, dissing. Oh yeah, that was a good sidebar. Oh yes. Okay, so then Monica, holiday movies. Just give me two that you're interested in, you want to see, that caught your eye. Go.
Honestly,
hmm I mean, we want honesty, girl.
I really don't have any holiday movies that I want to see.
Okay,
They
well,
might
I mean
just
that's
they
fair.
might just be on for background noise, or just for the nostalgia. But there's nothing that I
Okay.
really like. I
Do you
mean,
have a favorite holiday movie?
uh,
Like the Christmas Story? Like every time I see the Christmas Story,
no,
or like Elf? I
no.
love Elf. It makes me laugh. Okay, well that's okay.
Maybe,
Well,
I
this.
mean, maybe Home Alone, the original one, not the.
Oh,
But I mean,
okay,
again, it's not something like, ooh, it's the holidays. I need to watch this. No,
okay. Now it's a Wonderful Life or
no,
Christmas Carol. I said a Christmas Story because that's the little boy and
yeah,
the
because his
the
tongue on the
gun.
pole. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But not the Scrooge one, which is a Christmas Carol. Well, for me, I named the ones that I like. I like Elf. I mean, that always makes me laugh with the cotton-headed ninny monkers. Um, but this year, I did watch one holiday movie already, and I'll say this one you can let the kids watch because it's a cute family little film. It's called Genie, and it stars Melissa McCartney, and it is really cute.
Hmm.
I enjoyed it. I mean, she's outrageous,
Something
but
to
it definitely has a
soothe,
family.
something to soothe your soul.
Yeah, I mean, just a holiday fantasy. Because a lot of movies, holiday movies, are fantasy. Like
Right.
something outrageous happens so that everyone can have happiness and joy,
Oh, but
in
you
their
know what?
lives.
Never mind. I take that back. What's the movie with Chris Brown in it and Lauren London? I always end up watching it.
Oh, it's this Christmas. That's what it's
Yeah,
called, right?
I
Yeah.
do like that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. See, I like that. I like that one as well. Okay. And then also,
Or
I
the
know
or
that there's
the
a new.
the Best Man Holiday. Ooh, I'm forgetting. Yeah,
See, I gave you enough time for it to come back up, though.
yeah.
See, that's what I love. You said you were forgetting. You thought you were forgetting until it came up. I am also looking forward to watching this holiday season because I know it will be on Hulu and Disney Plus. The new film starring Little Rel Howie and yeah, it's a little real. I forget me trying to say his last name because I think I just butchered that. But it's a Will Packard production, and it also stars Ludacris. And so
Luda.
it's going to, yeah, exactly. I think it's called Dashing Through the Snow. So I do want to watch that, and I know that Eddie Murphy also has a new holiday movie out on Prime, which I have not had a chance to watch, but it does star Tracy Ellis Ross. Now, this one
Okay.
though, more people, I know a lot of people falling asleep on the Eddie Murphy one, so I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna
Uh,
have to investigate it for myself because
uh.
I'm like, you guys are just passing out on the movie. That's not.
And another one that I would watch around this time is Coming to America, the original one.
Girl, ain't nothing like the original. Okay. So see, you did get your holiday list on there. Okay. Well, I like that. Well, Monica, it is always fun spending time with you, my dear. Is there anything that we're missing before we actually get to the business of the week?
Nope. Mm-mm.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. So, girl, what's up? What's up with the business of the week?
This week, I'm just gonna say support your Black businesses, locally, regionally, nationally, internationally, and your small businesses. And
Okay.
there's links on the previous episodes. There's links to businesses we have mentioned throughout the last couple years. So
Okay, so I like that you said small, local, independent, international, black. Get it all. Okay, I like that. And you better get on it now. We're reminding you because a lot of the shipping deadlines are going to be coming upon us quick. Because if you expect your packages to be getting where they need to get to, think again. Because I know that my story of the week, that's a sidebar, is that I literally was on that phone with UPS and I told them, I don't care where the person is. I will go to them right now. They're still in my neighborhood. Your tracking was awful. But if they are here, I will meet them. I said my ID matches the address. Okay. I just need to get this package.
okay.
And and the UPS lady and I, we rendezvoused. And I was grateful for her. And I told her thank you. And she checked my ID and let me sign, and I got my package. And I left happy in my spirit. But that is not going to be the case for all of you because it was very
That's
hard.
not everybody's story.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. You know what?
No, because it was hours to get that
Right.
result and money. They ain't doing nothing for
Right.
free,
And my
even if it's the right thing.
right. My gift to everyone this year is the presence of me. That's my gift that I'm giving. Cause you know what? The next day is not promised. So
Whew, girl. Now you done said a word there. You done said a word. You done said a word. I said, ooh, girl, we not making Christmas wishes because I would tell people, I wish for you to enjoy your loved ones like they're not going to be here tomorrow.
exactly.
Really enjoy them. I mean, laugh. That's why I said when I started this episode, honey, hanging out with my cousin, cousins, but really, I got one cousin. Shout out to my cousin Kiki. I mean, if she doesn't give me a reason to laugh until my belly aches, I mean, my cousin, her nephew, sent his holiday list to her, and it was just funny watching her go through what he was going to get from her and what was an absolutely hell no. So she taught me new expressions, new words for the culture, and I just love it. So people, love on your people this holiday season. And if you don't got no people, that's still okay. Love on yourself so that when you get people, you'll be prepared.
Exactly.
All right, well, hey, until next time, stay safe.
Peace.
Monica, where can they find us at again?
You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartMedia, Amazon, and Google Play. And our social media platforms are Instagram, Twitter, which is known as X, and also TikTok.
All right. Remember to call your aunties and your girlfriends and say hi.
Hey.
Bye.